Well, thank you very much, Madam President. I first want to thank you for your leadership in guiding us through yet another challenging budget year. Because our county executive initially didn't fund many of the core basic needs that were funded in years past, we had tough decisions before us that had to be made regarding maximizing resources to meet the many needs of our residents. And I feel our budget reflects a well-balanced approach to funding the many services and amenities that contribute to our quality of life. This was the first year of our newly constituted Education and Culture Committee, spearheaded by our council president. It gave the committee an opportunity to focus and highlight the arts and culture in our community, including things like our libraries and arts venues. And we as a committee pushed for expanded hours for libraries, thanks to the leadership of our lead for libraries, Councilmember Jawando, and for more money than the county executive recommended for grants to arts nonprofits. These additional funds are going to provide operating support for organizations and growth in emerging and historically underserved sectors of our arts community. I want to thank my colleagues, Councilmember Jawando and Council President Navarro, for their stalwart support on the Education and Culture Committee. We worked through a myriad of issues regarding our school system in Montgomery College and putting forth a budget that prioritizes education funding for our county, taking us from an education last to a pro-education budget. As chair of the Education and Culture Committee, I am pleased that today we have before us a budget that truly reflects our county's commitment to education, as this county council fully funds both Montgomery County Public Schools and Montgomery College's budget requests. By prioritizing resources, we send a strong message that Montgomery County continues to value these institutions, and they play a crucial part in everything that we do. From economic development to crime prevention to ending homelessness to aiding our most vulnerable, they all couple with education. MCPS and Montgomery College are on the cutting edge of programs and initiatives that help lift our students and residents up and forward toward financial security and career success. Now, Montgomery College submitted a very thoughtful and modest budget, which included early college and summer bridge programs in partnership with MCPS and enhanced scholarship opportunities that help expand access and protect affordability, giving students various means and ways of achieving their higher education goals. They are the largest community college in the state and second largest post-secondary institution after the University of Maryland. And through their insightful leadership of Dr. Darian Pollard and her faculty and staff, they continue to create student gateways to success in addressing the achievement gap, particularly amongst our Black and Latino males, and providing career technical opportunities such as IT, biotech, construction, and homeland security, just to name a few. This council has also prioritized Montgomery County Public Schools, fully funding the Board of Education's request of $2.66 billion, which is $16.9 million above maintenance of effort. At roughly half of our budget, some question whether the continued investment in our schools is sound. The reality is that not funding MCPS would be much costlier. Full funding will allow MCPS to further enrich their reading and writing interventions, add counselors to elementary schools, and enhance after-school activities in schools with greater socioeconomic impact. This year, I've had the distinct pleasure of working with Dr. Jack Smith, the superintendent, and school board president Shebra Evans, as we embark on their vision and mission to enhance our school system to ensure success for all of its students. They agree our students are just as diverse as their needs, and therefore our school system must be adept at continuing to implement programs and services our kids' academic and social emotional needs require to be met. The county embarked on a bold mission of funding the expansion of early childhood education, giving our beginning learners the best opportunity to start kindergarten prepared to succeed. And I want to thank Council President Navarro for her leadership in that role. My work on the Commission on Innovation and Excellence in Education, also known as the Kerwin Commission at the state level, is directly aligned with this initiative, and I look forward to our continued expansion. Safety and security has undergone a comprehensive review within MCPS last year, and this year's budget includes funding for several initiatives being implemented in our schools. A critical component of that when it comes to safety security is our school resource officers. And I'm very pleased we were able to add 2 school resource officers for our middle schools in the coming year. that will allow us to have a middle school school resource officer in each of our 5 police districts. And after meeting with our African American Health Program, our Latino Health Initiative, and our Asian American Health Initiative programs this year, I was convinced we needed to give them additional funding to enhance their work. Thanks to the support of Chair Albornoz and Councilmember Glass of our Health and Human Services Committee, increased funding will result in more community outreach and health and mental health screenings to combat health disparities seen in our communities of color. Now, you'll hear from some of my colleagues about other budget accomplishments, including restoring cuts made by the county executive to our developmentally disabled community, the expansion of hours for the Every Mind text chat line, restoration of cuts to our mobile ag lab that educates our children on the importance of farming and ag sustainability, increased funding for pedestrian safety audits, restoration of cuts to our senior programs in Clarksburg, medical and dental services for our Care for Kids program, and last but certainly not least, restoration of cuts to ride-on routes, as well as expansion of our Kids Ride Free program for our residents that rely so much on public transportation to be able to get to work, especially in our up-county region. I am proud, Madam President, that our budget reflects our county's priorities. I want to thank all of our county stakeholders for your ongoing partnership with this council in making this budget possible. Many people have heard me say it plenty of times before. A budget should be a moral document of who you are and who you want to be. I want to thank each and every one of my colleagues because I feel that this council has once again accomplished that goal. And I really want to thank my team, led by my Chief of Staff, Steve Goldstein, who has powered through this year. And I really want to thank my other staff, my Deputy Chief of Staff, Sharon St. Pierre, and Daniela Moya-Gaber, and Rose and Nicole for really being there to continue to make sure that I have a team that I can call an extended family. It means a lot to me. Madam President, I do unfortunately have to leave because I do need to present at a National Center on Education and the Economy conference in about 45 minutes in D.C. But I did just want to say thank you again for your leadership, and thank you to my colleagues. This could not be done without each and every one of you, so thank you.